Nothing. Nothing. That's exactly what my Dallas Cowboys have been doing these last 2 days of free agency, man. We got nothing at running back. We've done nothing. We got nothing at center. Damn it. Anyways, hey, that's what I got for y'all this week. We're going to dive right into this madness that we're calling the NFL free agency period. Also, I'm going to let y'all know what's going on with March Madness coming up, man, because I'm going to give y'all the top teams that y'all got to be on the lookout for. This is Gridiron Nation, and we're paying our respects today to an anime and artistic legend, y'all. Welcome to Gridiron Nation Podcast, baby. Let's get it on. It's time I get in the game, forget the money and fame. Stay ready, making sure that they'll remember my name. I got a hunger inside when the numbers are tied. Yo, I'ma turn it up a level, never will be denied. I got them back on their heels, about to have me a meal. Not Zeke, but I'ma eat the way I'm seeing the field. Take out the competition, they'll remember the name. The wicked one I always bring it, got my head in the game. Now it's on. Finally went and wrote me a song. We the nation, eyes up on the chip and taking it home. Always up in my zone, yo, I'ma alter the plot. Man, it just can't. Yo, what is up, familia? Welcome to another episode of Gridiron Nation Podcast, y'all. This is the podcast that is made for the average hardcore football fan, by the average hardcore football fan. Y'all are my people, so you already understand that that's exactly what I am. Yes, I am a rapper. I don't care. I'll make it all rhyme if I want to. It's my show. What is up, everybody? Hope you guys are out there feeling good, living well, and most definitely, living blessed, man. I am your host, Gabriel Garcia, a.k.a. The Wicked One, as that's intro music. That is my stuff right there. If you're digging it, go on and check me out on Spotify. Just look up The Wicked One. Music is available everywhere, and you'll know if you found the right one because you're going to see that picture right there. Or if you're on your computer right now checking this out, just scan the QR code, and it's going to take you right to it on Spotify. All right? So what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing okay, man, the start of your week. Wow. NFL free agency. Damn. As expected, though. I told y'all this last week. I told you guys last week it's going to get crazy. Get ready for some craziness. We told y'all on Saturday on the Gridiron with me and my co-host, Jersey the King. And if you weren't watching to hear us tell you that, then shame on you. Go back and watch it. It was a good episode, all right? But it's getting crazy. It is getting crazy right now all over social media. I mean, I was off work on Monday, y'all, and I was like, okay, I'm glad because I have my phone by me. I'm trying to get my podcast up thing going, my social media game stronger, right? And I knew this was going to be a strong day. Monday, so I had my phone with me, man. I couldn't keep up. No matter what I was doing, it was constantly boom. I had to check my phone. Like every 30 seconds, there was a new notification. Adam Schefter, so-and-so, PFF reporting, all this stuff. And then we, guys like us, like me, I piggyback off that. Boom, I got to pull that, and I got to post it to all of my sites. It was crazy, man. It was madness. All right? But hey, here we are, ready to talk about it. Gridiron Nation Podcast episode, 95? 5 more to go, and I hit that milestone of 100 episodes. So thank each and every one of you for being along for the ride for this, man. It's been such a good time, and I'm hoping to grow for bigger and better things hitting this week. Got to tell you guys, man, I decided the other day, I was just chilling, right? And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to just tweet out real quick. Big surprise coming here tonight. And this was like at 6 p.m. I'm like, screw it, man. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to announce it. Let me adjust this real quick because has something to do with that picture y'all seen right there. If you're watching this, the recorded version on YouTube. And it was the announcement for my official Arlington Renegades. I guess, I don't know if you want to call it podcast, but it's a fan podcast. Like, I'm gonna be a fan, and I'm going to be changing. All right,
It's going to be me. The way y'all see me on here, my personality or whatnot, that's the way I'm going to be on this show. I'm going to be unfiltered, but I'm going to have fun with it, man. And just real quick, I showed it off on Saturday to the Gridiron audience. And if you weren't there, I'm going to show y'all. If you ain't seen it yet on social media, there is the official logo. Hellraisers Podcast, baby. In case y'all ain't familiar with where I got that from, it is the hashtag slogan of the fan base of the Arlington Renegades, is raise hell. Raise hell, because that's what we come to do. And that's what I'm going to do on these podcast airwaves. I'm going to raise some hell because you guys know I have no problem at all speaking my opinion, okay, on anything. It don't matter what it is. I got no problem, man. But so just give y'all the heads up, man. Renegades fans, jump on. If you join the Renegades, it's the Renegades Fan Nation. It's a group I started on Facebook for Renegades fans. Y'all look it up. Join it, man. Join the group. You can post on there or follow me on the page. There is a page called, it's the Renegades Fan Nation. And that one I will be changing to the name of the podcast. Okay, so just jump on that, follow me on there, and I'll be talking all things with the podcast on that, man. Kind of the same way I do with the Gridiron Nation podcast. All right, man. So yeah, so that's what I got going on, man. I got some big things lining up, y'all, and I'm excited. A lot of different things I'm doing here in town. I'm hoping for some things that come up, and also looking to kickstart this off the grid segment. I will be jumping into a single episode, which is these episodes are going to run about 30, 35 minutes, y'all. And my first one, I was thinking about doing DJ Quick. So let me know what y'all think, okay? Because I want to talk some music and I want to start paying some homage to some of these artists and some of these, anything to people out there just deserve it. You know what I mean? About being a football podcast limits you to that. So that's why even if I do an off the grid segment on Gridiron Nation, I got to cut it down because the back half is always football. It has to be, baby. We Gridiron Nation here. So now I'm like, off the grid. That's why I can devote a little more time to stuff like that, man. But let me know what y'all want me to bring on off the grid. How's that? Hit me up. Any of my social medias. On my email. gridironnationpodcast@gmail.com. I will post up the links for you here. All right. So if you guys just look me up, man, and you can shoot me any of your emails. You can shoot me anything on social media. Okay, there it is right there on Instagram at @GGarcia_gridiron, TikTok at Gridiron Nation Podcast. Like and share my reels, please, guys, because I'm trying to grow on TikTok. So help me out, man. I need to get streaming on there live, but I can't do that without your help, right? I need to get up to 1,000 followers, okay? And also, here it is, Gridiron Nation Podcast @gmail.com, Facebook at Gridiron Nation, and the number one, or on Twitter at the number one Gridiron Nation. Y'all follow me, help your boy out, share it, and also on YouTube at Gridiron Nation Vodcast. So if you're not watching this recorded vodcast right now, then go on to YouTube, type that in right quick. Okay, you can leave this playing if it's on Spotify or something. Okay, I know you can. Leave it playing. Open your YouTube app. Type in the search Gridiron Nation Vodcast with a V as in victory, vato, barrio, whatever. You get it. And just shoot me a subscribe on there, man. Follow me and share and like the videos, man. All right, so all right, man. Let's get rolling, guys. I'm going to try and keep this one to an hour, maybe a little bit more. But there's, this week's segment. Let's get right to it. Of Off the Grid. And I'm going to honor an absolute icon, a legend. Some of y'all may not know this name, Akira Toriyama. A lot of you do, but I know some of you don't. And if you don't follow anime, maybe you don't. But I can guarantee you one name that y'all know, okay, that even if you don't follow anime, that you've heard or you've seen the character, and that's Goku. We all know Goku. He's my favorite anime character of all time. All time. My favorite. Okay. And man, I actually, Akira Toriyama, he just recently passed away. And may he rest in peace, man. It was messed up because he died of a blood clot in his brain. Now, 68 years old, y'all. 68 years old. And I mean, that's young. That is young. Right? Am I wrong? That is young. So we're gonna show him his love from people like us, the little people like us here on the stateside who he don't never even knew existed. GMP going to honor Akira Toriyama today. But hey, check this out, man. A lot of people think that Dragon Ball Z was where he kind of got famous from, and that is not true at all. Not true at all. It was actually in 1981. He won the award, the Shoga. Excuse me if I say this wrong. Shogakukan Manga Award for an anime that he did called Dr. Slump, which was really, that is what made him famous in Japan. It was called Dr. Slump. And, by this point, he was, I believe he was, 26 years old at that time. Okay. And you look back on his life, man, and it's crazy because he's talked about it before in interviews. He talked about it, how the influence that he had, the thing that really inspired him to start to do animation, to want to be an illustrator. He said it in an interview, was watching 101 Dalmatians. Yes, the old school Disney one. And he said that was the one that got him wanting to do this. I think that one came out, was it in 61 or 62, something like that. So, when he was growing up, he watched it and he talked about how intrigued he was, how inspired he was, and how amazed he was. He said at the possibility of ever being that good at animation and illustrating when what he saw in that Disney movie. And I mean, you think about that, like he say, the possibility of being that good. This dude ended up being better. I'm sorry. I know if you're a Disney fanatic, those old school Disney cartoons, I loved them too for their time. But Akira Toriyama has surpassed any of those animated artists. All right? Got a problem with that? Come at me. Nah, I don't mean like fight me, okay? We'll debate that. But so, I mean, this guy was went on to be responsible so much. He was the manga artist that everybody knew. He has inspired so many. I mean, I can give y'all a list of names here, okay, and the things that they have done. Okay, author Hiro Mashama, who did the Naruto Next Generations, the Boruto one. His inspiration was this guy. One Piece author Ichiro Oda. He said it himself. Akira Toriyama was his biggest inspiration. Okay. Naruto creator Masashi Kishimoto also said that Toriyama was his biggest inspiration. Those are just a few, guys, and that says enough right there. Even Naruto. I mean, let's be real, y'all. Akira Toriyama is responsible for creating perhaps the most recognized, most popular, and most famous anime character of all time. One of the most famous animated characters worldwide of all time, with Goku, Dragon Ball Z. Okay, now there's two, like Naruto is a close second, as well as Pikachu with Pokemon. Okay, as far as most popular and recognizable characters. I think Naruto would probably be, it's okay to say he is behind Goku, but not much above him, maybe except for Pikachu. But and so that right there tells you what it is when it comes to this man and the impact that Akira Toriyama has had. I mean, he's one of the most important authors and illustrators in manga history. And he always will be, because his artistic style changed the game. What he did was, every time you saw something that he touched, something that his pen laid down, you knew it was a work of Akira Toriyama. He knew that. Blue Dragon, one of my favorite Xbox 360 video games. As soon as I found out that he was doing the artwork, that it was his characters, and that actually ended up spinning off into an anime. series. And so he did the work for that. He's done the work for a lot of video games, actually. His artistry, I believe, was it Suikoden did one of those. But I mean, he's responsible, of course, for Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Okay, he's also responsible for a lot of the artwork in Dragon Quest, the video games, Chrono Trigger as well, and like I said, Blue Dragon. All, if you're an RPG fan, these are all like Goliaths. Okay, Blue Dragon was a one-hit wonder, but it was actually a console seller for the 360. When people found out that Toriyama, his hand had touched the artistic, you know, the artistic what am I looking for, style of the characters in Blue Dragon video game, and it was like, all right, take my damn money because I'm gonna get this one, and it was worth it. All right. Now he also did. I talked about how he said 101 Dalmatians was like the big inspiration that made him want to explore illustration, you know, stuff like that. Well, that wasn't. It was different though from manga or manga. You want to call it manga, whatever, manga. I'll say manga. His actually there was the one that was responsible for his interest in doing manga was actually Astro Boy. Astro Boy's been around a long time, y'all. Long time. And so that one didn't surprise me. I've always been a fan of Astro Boy as well. The old school manga, the old school anime, everything, all of that. All of that. And like I told y'all, almost every like major known Shonen Jump artist, they all list him as not just an inspiration, but among their favorite artists of all time and authors. So says a lot, man. This dude gets mad love from that world. Okay, you may not know, some of y'all may not be a lot familiar with anime and manga, but it's big and it is worldwide. So just so y'all know, this is a big deal. This man is an icon, will forever be a legend, and what he has done to take animation to new heights. He is responsible. Okay, I don't want to say, well, okay, he is one of the people. Sorry, one of my lights back there fell off. Damn. I got to put some new command strips on those, man. But anyways, back to Akira Toriyama. He is actually, he is responsible for, I don't want to say fully responsible, but I believe if it was not for Dragon Ball Z and what he did with the whole Dragon Ball thing, that it became so popular that the U.S. said, we got to bring it, man. We got to bring that here. If it was not for that, I don't know if anime would be as big as it is. Because y'all understand this, that things can be big worldwide, but they don't really get big worldwide, like major, until they hit it in the States. Let's be real, y'all. And I'm proud to say that as an American. Because when we take notice of it, we're like, oh, damn. Okay, this is dope. Let me check it out. You're like, how bad is this new? And people are like, nah, man, it's been around for like 50 years out in the East. Damn. But Dragon Ball Z coming to the U.S., I mean, granted, I know it wasn't the first big anime. I was watching anime here as a kid, but it wasn't real big. You know, I would catch it, in third grade. I'd get off school. I'd get home, watch Voltron, stuff like that. I watch Gundam. I told you I used to watch Astro Boy. I'd watch those animes, but you had to catch them at a certain time. It wasn't big. You couldn't go out and buy toys of all that stuff. Maybe Voltron, but it wasn't as big as what Dragon Ball Z became. And I don't want to say Dragon Ball Z was the first to really bring anime, make it huge here, because Sailor Moon kind of did that. It kind of made it take off, but not really take off. Sailor Moon arrived in 95 to the U.S., well, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z arrived in 96. That's when Toriyama and them made their deal, and they got it here. And after that, man, it was on. It was like a fast track that it was paving the way for anime. And that's when 3 years later, in 98, when Pokemon got here and took off, man. And after Pokemon, you had Digimon, you had Yu-Gi-Oh! And all those were mainstream by that time. and it blew up. And I trace it all to Dragon Ball Z and to its author, Mr. Akira Toriyama. And I don't ever want to see Stephen A. Smith talk about him again. With your little fake ass, oh, I hope he's up there with God and in the heavens. And it's like somebody asked him a question, man. Y'all shouldn't have even been answering that. He couldn't even respond and pronounce Vegeta's name properly. What did he say? Vegeta? It's a damn insult, Stephen A. I hate that man. Y'all need to get his ass off TV. And you wonder why ESPN is slipping and firing people. Just saying. Show more respect to this man and his creations, especially Vegeta, man. Especially Vegeta. But much respect to Akira Toriyama. May he rest in peace. And to his loved ones, thoughts and prayers are with them. And his legacy is going to live on for a long time, y'all. Long time. So, thank y'all for joining me on that segment of Off the Grid. What y'all think, man? Had to show my love for an absolute icon right there. Yeah, and JP, you're actually the one that told me. I hadn't even heard about this. And JP texted me on. He was like, man, did you hear about it? I'm like, what? Hell no, man. He sent me a link. Sad day. But it's time to move on, y'all. It is time to move on. Once again, thank you for joining me on episode 95 of Gridiron Nation Podcast. And it's time to move on, baby, because this is my favorite time of year for sports. I know. I do a football podcast. I get it. You guys are like, what, fool? It ain't fall, stupid. It ain't NFL week 1. What you talking about, loco? I'm going to tell y'all what I'm talking about. I'm talking about March Madness, baby. Yeah, that's right. This is my favorite time. This is my favorite sporting event of the year. It's not the Super Bowl. It's not the series. It's not this right here. Let me get back my hand right there. This right here, March Madness. That's my favorite sporting event of the whole year, every single year. And actually, I'm watching some of this as it's going down right now because the tournaments have begun nationwide for these conferences. Tournaments have begun. Now, first of all, I got to mention my NMSU Aggies. It's been a rough year. New roster, lost some players, new coaching. They're trying to come back from some turmoil of the last very short coaching regime. Excuse me. It's caused all kinds of drama. So they brought in new staff. We had to bring in new players because players were jumping ship. So I'm hoping by next year, my NMSU Aggies. But hey, it's tournament time, baby. You never know. All right. They are in the quarterfinal now they're the 5th seed in Conference USA. And it's like I said last year with my Renegades in football. This applies to anything that has a playoff tournament format. All you got to do is get in. So I'm hoping my Aggies can do something in this Conference USA tournament. Maybe catch some fire and get us back to the field of 64, 65, just to the big dance, man, because we're in MSU. That's where we belong. We have a standard. We have history, a proud history. Okay, recent history of upsets in the first round, getting to the second round, taking out UConn. All right, so Aggies, get it together, baby. We still got you, man. You're still my squad. All right, but next year, let's hope. But maybe you catch some fire here in the tournament. But man, y'all, it's going to be big because I'm going to give you guys, I think, in my opinion, the top 10 teams. Okay, and all these guys are ranked back and forth. You know, some of them are flipped around within the top 10, but they are in the top 10. And I'm going to give you guys the ones that I feel that y'all need to be, on the lookout for. All right, let's be real now. There's going to be UConn is that team. Okay, UConn is the team that everybody's watching. Right? Because UConn, they have a rich history, y'all. Going back to Calhoun, they've won their championships. They've sent their players to the NBA. They have. So that's my number one right there. UConn Huskies, right, finishing the regular season at 28-3. And I really expect this team to go in as a 1 seed, regardless of what happens in the tournament. Most of these top 4 teams that I am about to give you, in my opinion, should be the 1 seeds. There's going to be 4 seeds. There's 4 regions, y'all, in the field of 64. Okay? And it's the Midwest, it's the West, the East, who's the other? The South region. And so a lot of times they move them around. Okay. So I got the UConn Huskies as the number 1 overall seed in the tournament, regardless of what happens in their conference tournament. Houston Cougars, number 2, man. They've been rolling this year. This has been a fun team to watch, guys. I've watched Houston play a couple games this year. Also 28-3. They are right there, sitting right there, number 2. That's the team I think that is going to give UConn a problem if they end up meeting in the Final Four. We don't know. Okay, I'm assuming that Houston will also be a number 1 seed. And also, the number 3, that's going to be Purdue for me. Okay, the Boilermakers are also at 28-3, but they're also going to be trying to do some big things because they have not had like one of those runs in quite a while. And they got some good recruiting done. And now Purdue is back at the top, man. They've always been a solid basketball school. Football too, but basketball. Basketball is where Purdue has made its name in terms of the mainstream collegiate sports. So they're back there. All right. Also, I cannot go without talking about my North Carolina Tar Heels. I know I am an Aggie fan, but I also am a Tar Heels fan. In college, that's different. It's okay to be that, okay? Because you have different levels to this stuff. You feel me? Like in college football, I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan. Going back to the days of Jimmy Johnson. But that's because those were the big schools. I never really was ever believing that NMSU would be up there in that top tier. So I'm an NMSU fan, but you know, you want to talk about the big dogs when it comes to like BCS when they were doing their thing, it was Miami. And that's like that with NCAA basketball, man. Love the North Carolina Tar Heels. Love them. Love them. That's my number 4 squad. I think North Carolina, who just, oh, by the way, Duke fans, Dukies, how y'all feeling right now? Y'all got swept, baby. Swept. Absolutely beautiful to watch North Carolina sweep that ass. And if we play y'all again in the ACC tournament, guess what? We're going to do it again. Okay? They're going to do it again. So, that tournament, though, now North Carolina is going to be looking at playing the winner of Virginia Tech and Florida State. The ACC has always been tough in basketball, y'all. So, there's no guarantees that North Carolina comes out on top. But I think if they do, and I think they will, I think they deserve that 4th number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. And also, it's time to move on because I'm looking at the time and I'm like, damn, I'm going past my times here, man. I got these little thing on my board here where I got a lot of times for each segment. It's like, focus, Vato. Stay on track, dog. Stay on track. I'm going to stay on track and not get into my whole Tar Heels and looking at their roster and why I think they're going to do it. All right, we'll get to that when the tournament comes. Okay? But for my number 6 team, no, it's not Duke. Sorry. Arizona Wildcats, 24-7 this year. Another strong squad, another school that just historically is always there. Basketball school, man. Arizona has always been a powerhouse. That has not changed at all. All right. Now, let's go with that was actually my number 5. My number 6 is going to be the Tennessee Volunteers at 24-7. It's very rare to see Tennessee up in there. They're always strong in basketball, but they're not always that one of those elite squads. They are elite this year. Okay, a lot of people think Tennessee's just football school. No. Basketball, they've been getting it done too. All right, number 7, I got Duke Blue Devils at 24-7 on the year. Enjoy it. Y'all going to be like a 2 or 3 seed because North Carolina is taking that. They're taking that ACC tournament. Number 8, I got the Kentucky Wildcats sitting at 23-8 on the year. Kentucky, another one that is always right there. Don't expect any different this year. They should have a strong tournament run. I believe they will. Number 9, the Creighton Blue Jays, 23-8. And then number 10, the Marquette Golden Eagles, another school that is historically known for its basketball. Yeah, they're 23-8 this year also. Some of these schools now, don't be surprised if all these top 10 teams, they're all going to be high seeds, okay, when the NCAA tournament kicks it into high gear. But don't be surprised if some of these squads go out the first weekend, okay, first or second round, to a lower seeded team. Because one reason I love this time of year, guys, and I think anybody that loves the NCAA tournament, it's for the same reason. It's because of the upsets, man. It's because the NCAA tournament is the ultimate tournament that gives the little guy a chance to knock out the big dogs. You feel me? This is that time of year, baby, and I get hyped because I love the underdog. We all love the underdog. You know, the underdog stories, the underdog teams. So this is that time of year, man, where the underdog, he gets to shine. Because right now, the NCAA tournament's about to kick in here in a couple of weeks, y'all. And you're going to be seeing it. You're going to be seeing buzzer beaters. And you're going to be seeing a 15 seed taking down a 2 seed, 14 seed taking down a 3 seed. Will we see a 16 seed again take down a 1? We saw some things that had never happened last year. Okay, history was made. Can it happen again this year? We are going to find out, and I'm going to be right here for it with my popcorn, baby, chilling, happy, because I love basketball. Hell, NBA too. Got to show my love to my Orlando Magic. Y'all stop sleeping on my boys, okay? Stop sleeping on my boys. We're doing good, but March Madness is here, y'all, and it's time to get ready. Go Aggies. Come on, let's catch some fire in this Conference USA tournament and see if they can do something with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's time to keep rolling on, y'all. Let's roll on because it is time to talk about the UFL, the United Football League, the premier spring league that will be kicking in here March 30th, baby. It's just, oh, my God, what are we, 19 days away? I'm excited, man. I am excited, especially because at least we got one team that has an opportunity to be a champion, Jerry Jones, in the Arlington area. Sick of this, man. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm not going to rant on my Cowboys just yet. Y'all ready for me to blow up, huh? If you're watching on YouTube, be like, oh, damn, it's coming. It's coming. Look, you can see the bait. No, I'm just kidding. But I know y'all are waiting for it, man. But hell, we're going to talk about the UFL right now, man, because the 58-man roster cuts, all the teams had to be down to 58 players by Sunday. Sunday evening at midnight was the deadline, midnight Eastern time. Excuse me. And the teams did it. They got there, and there was a few names for each team. There may be a little bit of surprise. You know, now I don't know some of the teams as well as some players. Some fans do. You know, I think it's just like any other league or team. Like, I know a lot about the NFL, but I can tell you a lot more about the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I mean? Like, if I had a podcast devoted to the Dallas Cowboys, it would have been on. And I honestly thought about doing that when I was going to start a podcast. The only reason I did it is because I knew some of y'all weren't going to be freaking watching. Okay? Because you ain't Cowboys fans. So I said, no, I got to do this for everybody. But getting off topic again, like I tend to do. You see that beautiful Renegades logo back there? Mm-hmm. That's the one that needs to belong on the helmet. Damn uniforms were put out. And I'm still mad that they're going with that RA logo. People are calling it a D. It doesn't mean it's not a D. It's an R and an A. Okay. It's supposed to be for Arlington Renegades, but it's trash and they need to bring back, you know, I know they use the actual Outlaw logo, their Outlaw, as they use them in promotion. They use them for everything, merchandise, all this stuff. Put it on the damn helmet, man. We don't like that little AR thing. I'm just saying. All right. Let's start with my Renegades, shall we? A few of the key names that were surprise cuts to me. Okay. And it starts with running back Morgan Allison. That one was a surprise for me, but it says a lot to me about I'm expecting the Renegades to have a very strong and what it seems to be slept on, like the rest of the team, a slept-on running back room. So for Morgan Ellison to not make the squad, he shined, man, for Seattle when he wasn't hurt. And he played last year for the Seattle Sea Dragons in the XFL. He was one of the better running backs in the league when he was on the field. So it says a lot to me about what our running back room looks like. I'm kind of very anxious to see, man. I'm very intrigued. What are they seeing out of the running backs? I know we got Davion Smith, a couple other guys there, so it's going to be interesting to see. And also, tight end Jared Scott, they took him in the dispersal draft in the first round. Now, they loaded up at tight end in the offseason, but I think it's because at that time, Sal Cannella was not committed yet. Okay? Sal Cannella has committed, and they were like, okay, now we got to cut a running back. A tight end. This was the one to go. And I ain't mad about that because we are deep at tight end. Sal Cannella is arguably the best tight end in the league. Anybody want to argue with me on that? I am up for a debate. Let's go. Let's go. Also, defensive back Nasir Greer. I talked about him. It was either last week or the week before. And I really felt that he had the skills and stuff, but it's just the DB room that we have is loaded. Okay, it's very stiff competition there. I think he was going to have to show something in training camp on special teams to find a spot. Didn't happen, which is too bad. I don't think he's going to sit on the waiver wire very long. Somebody's going to pick him up. Somebody's going to pick him up. And also cornerback Eli Hamilton, former St. Louis Battlehawk. Pretty damn good. But like I said, that DB room, that whole DB room from safeties to cornerbacks is absolutely loaded for the Renegades. So these were the names that I was surprised at. But it tells me a lot because each of their positions, I mean, I'm not surprised because I'm like, damn, yeah, we're pretty good at each of those in terms of depth. So can't wait to see what my Renegades put out on the field on the 30th against those Philadelphia Stallions. Yeah, I said it. And y'all, you know what, man? Hey, y'all are easy to troll too, Stallions fans. Look at me. Look at the camera. Look at my eyes right here. If I come for you and I troll you and I just keep speaking shit that's making you feel stupid so you get mad, your best bet is just to stop the notifications. Because the more mad you get, the more you keep responding to my trolling, which is always educated trolling because I'm going to come with facts, but I'm going to make you feel stupid while I'm doing it. You might as well just cut the notifications because then at that point, I'll get tired of trolling. I'll be like, all right, they ain't got no more interest. Either that or after a while, I'll get tired of trolling. And I'm like, this guy's getting boring and I'm done. So Stallions fans, y'all making it easy on me, man. Making it easy on me. Been on social media all week trolling Stallions fans. It's fun. Because you guys are like Eagles fans, man. I tell you, man. You don't comprehend a lot of stuff, man. The mentality, the brain level is not there. Not for all of you. Okay, like Brett and those guys, y'all know you do your thing, but I'm talking about the Stallions fans, like those Stallions fans. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Speaking of the Birmingham Stallions, the other defending champion in the UFL this year, Bo Scarborough, that was big. Former Dallas Cowboy, former two-time champion at Alabama. The guy was a beast in college. Just didn't work out for him, man. When he got drafted, I thought this dude was going to do something in the NFL, man. I really did. But he retired, man, 29 years old. Much respect to him. We'll see what he's going to be doing now. But, I mean, it was a young, that running back room for the Stallions got younger. And it was going to be tougher for him to try and find a spot in there. Anyway, so what I think he did the team. And ultimately, one of those running backs is solid, man. He said, look, it's going to be tough for me to get RB1 status here. If I'm brought onto a running back room where I'm like the RB3 or 2, and I'm not really at my best, that's taken away from the opportunity for one of these guys. That's the way I see it. It was a class move for him, but also I think it was a good move for him to do it for himself. So we'll see where Scarborough goes for me. Only 29 years old, man. This dude's got a lot ahead of him, man. We'll see what he does, though. Maybe he stays on as an advisor this year. Maybe comes in as a coach. Maybe goes and coaches high school. Who knows? Who knows? Much respect to him, though. But for the Stallions, man, three of the names that stood out to me. Okay, we're offensive tackle Larnell Coleman. Now, they took him in the first round of the dispersal draft. So that one was a bit of a surprise. Okay, anytime you're letting go of linemen, you're like, ooh, you want to be deep in that line. They also released guard Calvin Ashley. They also got him in the dispersal draft. And the other one was cornerback Channing Stribling. He was all USFL in 2022. Was hurt most of last year. 2022, he was all USFL, and that got him a contract with Washington for that 2022 season. Jumped back to the spring league last year, and he just couldn't stay on the field. He was hurt, so it was a little bit of a surprise though, man, because of the ability there. I mean, just 2 years remaining from being 2 years removed from being all USFL. It's big. That's big. As for the Houston Roughnecks, running back Ezra Gray, that one was okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they're doing though. Houston, like most of the guys they let go, were former gamblers. Let's be real. And if you go and look at it, a lot of them were former gamblers, man, because the Gamblers were not a very good team. Okay? They just took on the Roughnecks name. Damn. But one of the surprises to me was kicker Luis Aguilar. Okay? If y'all watched USFL last year, I was like yelling. Sign this man, Dallas, when we needed a kicker. Now, Dallas did go into the USFL talent pool for their kicker and sign Brandon Aubrey. And I ain't mad at that, former Stallion or not. I ain't mad at that at all. But damn, Luis Aguilar, I was really surprised did not get picked up by any NFL team last year. The dude was absolutely ridiculous for the Philadelphia Stars last year. USFL. 86% kicking, man. Are you kidding me? This man didn't get an NFL contract. I saw some bad kickers last year. I'm just saying. Well, he got beat out this year on the Houston Roughnecks squad. He got beat out by J.J. Molson, who won the job. So Molson better work out. That's all I'm saying. Or Houston going to be kicking themselves if Luis Aguilar gets snatched up by somebody else. All right. And also, I want to talk about Houston because I really feel like the Houston Roughnecks fans, I just want to send my, I don't want to say condolences. My sympathies. Because y'all got, it was like you guys fought, man. You fought to keep that name. The Roughnecks, man. Keep the Roughnecks. I mean, you were fighting to keep the team. Okay. But the USFL had other ideas. They said, okay, let's meet them halfway and just give them the team name, but we're not going to give them the team. Man, I'm still very, as y'all can understand, I'm still very disappointed in how the USFL dropped the ball on this. I shouldn't say USFL, the UFL. I'm sorry. I will get whatever. If it was a compromise thing, you wanted to keep half the players from each league. Well, a lot of those freaking players from the freaking Gamblers are gone now. So it didn't matter. Didn't matter. Y'all could have had a powerhouse squad had you brought the actual Houston Roughnecks in team and not just in name. That's all I'm going to say. I'm very disappointed because I want that Renegades and freaking Roughnecks rivalry. I want it. So Roughnecks. Hey, Roughnecks fans, I'm actually hoping that y'all surprise everybody this year. I want you guys to do good this year, all right? Want us to go head to head again. Let's go. Let's go. Let's battle. Let's battle. Maybe we can beat in the UFL championship. We don't know. Don't that y'all, and if you're a fan of another team, don't be like, oh no, come on. You're talking crazy now. Renegades and the Roughnecks for the UFL championship. Why not? Wasn't it crazy for y'all when I was talking about Arlington winning the XFL championship last year? Just don't sleep on none of that. None of these teams. None of these teams. Let's move on to Memphis. Running back Kareth White, that one surprised me. Okay, he led the team in 2023 in rushing. I thought the dude would at least make the squad. Memphis was like, nope, sorry. We got mostly breakers players and staff over here. We're good. But damn, y'all remember how strong Memphis closed out that back half of that season last year? They looked good. So this is another situation where I'm looking at like kind of like Birmingham and being like, I get it, all the moves that were made, but the way Memphis was coming on, sometimes a lot of changes is not always a good thing. I'm not saying they're going to be bad. Memphis is my pick for that conference this year, but do not be surprised if they may not start out or may not be as good as everyone expected, at least for the first half of the season with all those changes. All right. Also, let's look at wide receiver Derek Dillon. He was second in receptions in 2023. Second in receptions on this team, 2023. Doesn't make the cut this year. I don't know. Do I know any Showboats fans? Do I have any Memphis Showboats fans? I mean, actual fans, not just like UFL fans, like all of us that are like, oh, but we like all the teams. No. I mean a fan. You don't know. If I don't have any on here, and some of y'all may know one, tag them, please. I want them participating in my live streams. Okay? Because I need people from every fan base, because we're about to get into this spring football this year, and I'm gonna need everybody on board to give me hell when I'm wrong, or so I can clown when I'm right, so I can troll or debate or just talk football. Okay, we need everybody on board with this, man. Also, let's jump to the Michigan Panthers. They let go of 6 of their 14 free agents. They hit free agency hard. They cut a lot of them. 6 of them. That's big. That's big, y'all. That's almost half. Half their free agents gone. Okay, kicker Cole Murphy, he's gone. He was with the team for 2 years. In 2022, Cole Murphy ended the season with a ridiculous 90% on his field goals. Yeah. Well, fast forward to 2023, and a dramatic drop to 77%. Still not bad, but that is not elite like he was the year before. And then you fast forward one more year, and he's gone. He's done. All right. Now, the other one for Michigan was offensive tackle, Jacoby Tucker. This was a dude, they were talking about the XFL Combine, last summer, that he shined, man. They were raving about this dude. Everybody's raving about this dude. Even got himself a short contract, a short stint with Atlanta this past season with the Falcons. He got released. So we'll not be surprised to see him get picked up, because depth on an offensive line is everything. I will always continue to say that. They are the heart of any offense. All right. Maybe not the catalysts, but they are the heart and the motor that drives everything on an offense. Now let's move on to the DC Defenders, y'all. All right. Now they've decided to do, I'm thinking like the Renegades. They just kind of stuck with familiar. They let go of offensive tackle George Moore, who they got in the dispersal draft. He was with San Antonio in 2023. And then they also let go of offensive tackle Chidi Okeke, Arlington. So, yeah, those two, they just went with a cut with some offensive linemen. There was more cuts on each of these teams, y'all. These are just some of the key players. It stood out to me. San Antonio Brahmas, destroying the kicker. Shout out to him. Donald Delahaye got himself a contract. He will be their kicker. And there is not one player that's going to be more scrutinized this year by fans and by the media. So he better do good. That's all I'm saying. And not Luis Aguilar is out there. Just say, but I hope he does good, man. I'll be rooting for him. Straight up, man. Defensive end Drew Beasley had 5.5 sacks and 1 interception last year for the Brahmas. 5.5 sacks. And y'all just cut this man. Was it a bad camp? I don't know. But they did go and claim wide receiver Matt Landers, who Arlington released off of waivers. So Arlington, we're good at receiver. Speaking of receivers, y'all, I am talking to a particular wide receiver for my first episode of the Hellraisers. So y'all stay tuned. Okay, that's just a little teaser. I got to plug when I can. All right. St. Louis, the last squad I'm going to talk about, they went veteran heavy. They released 5 of 10 rookies. 5 of their 10 releases were all rookies. Okay, they're going with some veterans this year. And, they released guard Kristen Olausted in 2023. He spent his time with the St. Louis Battlehawks there. They let him go. And also defensive end, John Duca, 4.5 sacks in 2023 with the Houston Roughnecks, man. I mean, that's not going to be easy to replace. Crazy. But that's the bad thing about these cuts, man. There's going to be talent available, y'all. If something happens that, God forbid, but it happens, players get put on IR, get hurt, and a roster spot opens up, there's going to be some really, really good talent available out there, okay, for the UFL teams. So y'all keep an eye on it, man. We're going to keep talking UFL as the next few weeks go on. And if you want more in-depth of it, you can catch me and my co-host, Jersey the King, your boy here, OG Double G. Saturdays at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, baby. Y'all already know. Now you can find us now on the Fuel Network, Saturday mornings, and soon to be Gridiron Nation up there, and Hellraiser's podcast. But you can download the Fuel Network, available on all Roku devices in your Fire Stick, y'all. You can get everybody from the UFL Fan Legion. Everybody's up there, man. Big Daddy Ed, he's up there. Hell, you want the Brahmas up there? Yeah, Brahmas got their people up there too, y'all. And I'm about to be bringing some of them on the show for Arlington. All right, so it's going to be going down, y'all. But, hey, go download it right now, okay? And you get 24/7. 24/7. We do podcasts, but they're dipping into a lot of bigger things, man. It's just growing, y'all. So jump on that ride, man, and support your boys, support the shows when we're on there, all right, so that we can keep doing some big things with that, all right, guys? Now it's time to move on to my last segment of the day, because it's going to be a little bit over an hour today, guys. I'm sorry, damn. But you know what? Hey, by the way, y'all hear about, real quick, in NFL news, the Dak Prescott lawsuit that he's filing? Okay, I'm going to give you guys just the real quick breakdown of it, because it's some BS, man. It's some BS. Okay, so, sorry, I'm pulling up my notes right here on it. Now, he filed a lawsuit against a woman and her two attorneys who are demanding $100 million to keep an alleged sexual assault quiet. A sexual assault that allegedly happened in 2017. According to the lawsuit, okay, that occurred around February 2nd, 2017, after Prescott's rookie season, the woman is claiming that he invited her out with two members of his entourage and two other women to an establishment in Plano, later getting into a black SUV where Prescott allegedly exposed himself and used physical force and sexually assaulted her. Interesting. Dak Prescott is either a really good actor or you just know Dak, y'all. People that know Dak, and they're just like reading this and they're like, are you kidding? Like, this is the guy they're going after. So apparently the woman's attorneys, they sent a letter that is dated January 16th, 2024, stating that she has suffered years of pain and trauma since the alleged incident and undergoes therapy. The letter says she is willing to forgo pursuing criminal charges along with disclosing this information to the public in exchange for $100 million in damages. So wait a minute. You're telling me that $100 million is more important to you with all this psychological trauma that you're dealing with than going to the cops or making this public? Nah, this is extortion, y'all. I'm backing Dak on this. And if I'm wrong about this, if I'm wrong, I will come on here and tell y'all how wrong I was. I will eat my crow. I will say, damn, I was fooled. But Dak and his people, they decided to get ahead of this, y'all. It's funny. This thing, okay, it's dated January 16th. Okay, the letter. Prescott's lawyers in the lawsuit, they say they did not receive the letter until February 13th. So what did they do? They talked. His lawyers immediately filed a lawsuit against the accuser and both of her attorneys. And they are alleging that it is attempted extortion. Dak got ahead of this. He's like, no, I'm not going through this. And I mean, some people are like, oh, look, now this comes out. Now did Jerry really? People are blaming Jerry Jones. But I'm like, no, actually, Dak, this is out because Dak went and filed the lawsuit and made it public. He chose to make it public. He said, look, this is what's being said about me. These people trying to extort me for $100 million. $100 million. You out your damn mind. Crazy. Crazy. How does that sound to y'all? Does that sound fishy? Why would she be asking so much and be like, man, I'm going through therapy, emotional trauma. But, you know, just toss me $100 million. I'll act like this never happened, man. We'll forget all about it. Media ain't got to know about it. Cops ain't got to know about it. Yeah, something's wrong there. Something's wrong. But we're going to follow it, okay? Because if I'm wrong about my boy Dad, man, I will. Y'all can beat me up on that. Like, you guys come for me on that, and I will take it all. But I'm sorry, man. Walter Payton Man of the Year, my dude. Y'all coming at my dude right now. He's already got enough things going on, enough drama going on within the franchise of the Dallas Cowboys. Because, damn it, Jerry Jones, is this what all in looks like? Day one, we signed nobody. Running back goes. Still ain't signed nobody. Center goes. Dorrance Armstrong goes. All these players going. And there's Dallas chilling. Like, nah, we're good, man. We all right. We'll be all right. We're going to be all right. Day two comes. Still got running backs on the board. Nobody. Oh, I'm sorry. We did make a signing. It was our long snapper. Long snappers are important. Don't get me wrong, but come on now. Come on. All right. So, Dallas, man, y'all got to do something. Come on. I'm looking at the running backs available as of right now. Now, by the time y'all are hearing this, you're going to be like, no, that fool just got signed. Bro, what are you talking about? As of right now, Tuesday evening, 6:41 p.m. Mountain Time here in the Southwest, the beautiful Southwest. J.K. Dobbins, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, A.J. Dillon, Damian Harris, Dante Freeman, and Rico Dowdle all still available. And I'm going to be honest. Clyde Edwards-Helaire gave us like 5 really good games, and then he'll disappear. Even if he's not hurt, he'll just disappear. J.K. Dobbins, I get scared that he's an injury waiting to happen. A season-ending injury waiting to happen. I hate to say that, but, you know. A.J. Dillon, I'm sorry, last year in his opportunities to shine and be that RB1 when Aaron Jones was hurt, who, by the way, Dallas, y'all dropped the ball on that. Should have signed Aaron Jones. A.J. Dillon didn't do nothing. So, no, I don't want him. Damian Harris, he can't stay on the field. He's good when he plays, but he can't stay on the field. Now, Dante Foreman, okay, he was good with Carolina. He was good with Chicago. Whenever he's had to come in and fill in, Dante Foreman's good. He's a power back. This is why I think I would love, now this is probably not going to happen now. I would love for us to sign any of these running backs. If I'm being real, y'all. I need some comfort, man. Comfort, I don't know what the hell my fucking owner's doing. If you want Mike McCarthy gone, just fire him. Please, don't let the season go down like this before it begins. But you know what? I would not be mad at a combination of bringing in Dante Foreman and Rico Dowdle as a split. I'd be cool with that. And then you go and draft a running back high. I'd be cool with that. Okay? I want Dowdle back. He's a good compliment to any RB1 that we can bring in. But he's not an RB1. So, we're going to see. But it's been crazy. It has been insane. The NFL done freaking lost its damn mind this week. Everything going crazy. Russell Wilson to Pittsburgh. Good fit for him. Talked about that last week. Kirk Cousins to Atlanta. 4-year deal, $180 million. $100 million guaranteed. And now, this man, to me, this move right here makes them the favorite in the NFC South. My opinion, it does. Kirk Cousins is going to shine. Oh, I should say, let me flip this around. Kyle Pitts is going to shine. Drake London is going to shine. These guys are going to shine. Darnell Mooney, who just got signed by Atlanta today, is going to shine with Kirk Cousins a quarterback. And guess what? Guess what that means? That means Bijan Robinson and Algier are going to they're going to kill people. You can't load the box anymore. Not with Cousins at quarterback. Go ahead. He's going to kill you. All right? Especially with Pitts. But y'all got Bijan, Atlanta. What are you doing? He's just letting a 1,000-yard rusher in his rookie season like Tyler Algier just sit there and rot on the bench. Trade him to the Cowboys. Trade him cheap. We'll give you a 6th-round pick. You want a 5th? Maybe. Hell, he's RB1. I'll tell you that much. But, man, a lot of moves, y'all. Baker Mayfield, of course, re-signed with Tampa. Knew that was going to happen. That makes sense. It's a perfect fit, at least for next year. And I think he earned it. I think he did. Jacoby Brissett, yeah, he will be replacing Mac Jones unless they draft a rookie and go with him in New England, because Mac Jones got traded to Jacksonville. He will now be the backup to Trevor Lawrence. Gardner Minshew is in Vegas. I had told y'all on social media this week that I got clowned for saying that. My Raiders fans were like, man, you're stupid. We don't need no quarterback like that. Gardner Minshew signs with Vegas. Now what? Best backup in the game. And if he starts for Vegas, I think he can put up some yards with Devontae Adams. I don't know if he's going to start. I don't know. It's still long off season. We got the draft coming. We got camp, quarterback battles, but we'll see. From the running back spot, of course, the big one was Saquon Barkley to the damn Eagles. I'm not even going to give my thoughts on this. Okay, Barkley, dude, I used to like you. I actually liked you, Barkley. But now I got to cut you. Sorry, that's from a DJ Quick song. Now I got to cut you. Now I got to cut you off from that. Nah, you're an Eagle now. You're an Eagle now. Can't stand you now, Barkley. All right? I don't care. I'm not going to be like, Tiki Barber with you're dead to me. Nah, it ain't nothing like that, man. That's a little too far. But went to Philly on a 3-year, $37.75 million contract. I cannot blame the dude, though, because he got paid. Philly showed him the respect that the Giants would not. Let's just be real. That's straight up. Josh Jacobs to Green Bay. DeAndre Swift. Oh, Chicago, 3 years, $24 million with the Bears. Austin Eckler to Washington. I don't know how I like this. He's just basically going to be replacing Antonio Gibson. Okay, because you got Brian Robinson there. He's your 3-down back. I don't know what they're doing. Who's going to play quarterback? Who y'all got? Oh, who'd you get? Oh, man, damn, who'd y'all go and sign? Damn it, I didn't write it down. Was it? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mariota. Moves y'all made. Y'all and Quinn, y'all still gonna be trash next year. All right. Even with all the moves y'all made, bringing in on defense, bringing in more Cowboys players. Go ahead. Backups. We know that Biadasz wasn't all that last year. That's why we were okay with letting him walk. Wide receivers, though, Michael Pittman re-signed with Indy. Made sense after he just got franchise tagged. That's cool. They said, look, we're going to tag you for now just to hold on to you, but we're going to keep working on the deal. And they did. They got one done, man. Gabe Davis to Jacksonville. This move is irrelevant because if they don't re-sign, oh, damn it. Sorry, y'all. I am off my game today. Calvin Ridley, which last I was seeing, I don't think they're going to be able to. I'm sorry, but Gabe Davis is not a wide receiver 1. Unless you're going to put Christian Kirk back at wide receiver 1. Maybe. I don't know. Jerry Jeudy got traded to Cleveland for a 5th and 6th round pick. We'll see what they can do there in Cleveland with him. He has been a disappointment so far. He's been injury plagued. I don't know. We'll see. T. Higgins has requested a trade. Will he get it? I don't know. Everybody always thinks that because a player requests a trade, that's it. He's gone. He ain't going to get it. Nah. It's a negotiating tactic that these guys use. He wants that deal. He wants that long-term deal. All right, and the big trade, man, big trade. The Panthers traded star defensive end Brian Burns to the New York Giants for a 2nd and 5th round pick. Excuse me. Damn. I hate this. My quarterback gonna have to see that pass rush twice a year now with Kayvon Thibodeau. Okay, and Lawrence on the other side. And then you've got Brian Burns now that we got to worry about. Now, I ain't happy about this at all. Not happy about it at all. Okay? As of right now, though, my 4 of my 5 top offensive linemen are still out there available. Hey, Tyron Smith, fine, Dallas. Y'all ain't trying to bring nobody in. At least bring him back. Something. Give me something to be happy about, Jerry. Because I ain't very happy right now. Cowboys Nation is not very happy right now. And I'm sorry. From now on, I don't believe shit you say. Yeah, I said it, Jerry. He was always the good businessman because he would deliver on some things at times. Sometimes he wouldn't. He would overemphasize what his plans were. Sometimes he would have delivered, though. But in this case, can't do it, bro. I don't believe nothing you say anymore. You got to give me something to talk about. Xavier McKinney out of Green Bay, 4-year deal, $68 million. Former Giant to the Green Bay Packers. That one's big. That one is big. Green Bay signed Josh Jacobs, but let go of Aaron Jones. I think that is a bit of a downgrade at running back. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. All right. That's what I got for you guys, man. There's going to be more free agent signings going on. There's still guys out there. Still a lot of guys out there. It's not like all the best names have been signed. Oh, by the way, Derrick Henry did sign with Baltimore today. Okay, so he's off the board. Man, Joe Mixon was released. It was announced he was going to be released. All of a sudden, before they can make the release official for Cincinnati, Texans swooped in. Said, yo, let's make a trade. Gave up, I believe it was a 6th round pick for him. So good move. Good move for Houston, man. They're only going to get better. So let me know what y'all think. Once again, there's my socials, Gridiron Nation Podcast at gmail.com. Shoot me your questions, man, and I'll read them next week. Facebook at Gridiron Nation and the number 1, or look me up on Twitter X at the number 1, Gridiron Nation. On YouTube, Gridiron Nation Vodcast with a V as in victory. And on Instagram at @GGarcia_Gridiron. TikTok at Gridiron Nation Podcast. Yeah. Look me up, y'all. Share my stuff. Share the content. Share the page. Get your friends on board. And let's start getting ready for this spring football, y'all. March Madness coming up. Yeah. Got a lot to talk about. And I'm happy. And I'm going to keep y'all posted also on my social medias about the new Hellraisers podcast, the Arlington Renegades fan podcast. Okay. So y'all keep following me. And I'll keep you guys posted about when I'm going to have this first episode, hopefully next week, no later than the week after. Okay, so I'll let y'all know. Y'all be ready. Gridiron Nation Podcast with your host, your boy, Gabriel Garcia, a.k.a. The Wicked One. Tuesday evenings, y'all. You can catch me sometimes on Wednesday. Once a month, I'm doing a live stream. So y'all just be following me on my social medias, man, and I will keep y'all posted and have y'all ready to go every time. And I thank you guys for joining me every single week and this week once again. But I'm going to head out, man, with the message. I'm about 7 minutes over my time. I hope y'all don't mind. But it's a simple message. And y'all know I love my martial arts movies. I love all that stuff, right? Well, this one goes from one of my favorite English martial arts, fantasy martial arts movies, which was The Forbidden Kingdom. Because it was the first movie I was able to see Jackie Chan and Jet Li, and they went at it in what was an epic fight. One of my favorite martial arts fight scenes of all time. And that was a lot. That one's up there for me. Jet Li, of course, plays the Monkey King, and a side spin-off version of the Monkey King, I should say, is a monk who is searching, for the staff. Y'all watch this movie. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, but he has a quote in there, okay, where the kid, who's the main character, and they're teaching him how to fight, and, he's got to save the whole, the Jade Kingdom. He tells him, they're teaching him how to fight for this battle, and he's worried, and he tells Jet Li, the monk, he says, I'm worried, like, what if I don't know what to do? He says, what if I freeze? It's a real calm moment. And, Jet Li, it's crazy because they're in a cave where it's quiet and calm. It's so poetic, the scene. And outside of the cave, you can see just a crazy sandstorm going on there in the Gobi Desert, man. Crazy sandstorm. It's like a storm out there, but so calm in there. And he's telling him, what if I freeze? And Jet Li, he looks at him and he says, remember to breathe. Remember to breathe. And I'll be damned if this quote does not just like hit, when you're stressed out or when you're you're suddenly in a situation that you don't know how to react. Whether it's a surprise situation, whether it's a scary situation, whether it's just a shocking situation, angering, and you freeze. Remember to breathe. And it's funny to say this because you look at it and you say, you'll catch yourself at times. Something you hear, some news you hear, something's going on and you're like, and you freeze. And then you have to Because when you start to breathe, your mind gets back working. Okay, this is how we're going to respond. Okay, that's what happens. When you stop breathing, when that moment of shock or anger or sadness hits you, you don't know it right then. You don't realize it for a second that you stop breathing and your mind doesn't know how to react. And then you're like, oh, you breathe and everything gets going again. If you've ever had that happen to you, I've had it happen a lot, then you understand what I'm talking about. So when you're in a situation, y'all, where it's just a moment of shock, a moment of sadness, unexpected sadness or anger, just a moment, something happens, or you're caught up in a spotlight maybe that you're not used to, in a situation you're not used to, where all eyes are on you, and you're not sure how to react. Yeah. Take that bit right there from Jet Li and just remember to breathe. I guarantee you, your mind will know what to do if you remember, right? Because hey, body follows the mind and vice versa. Okay. I am out of here, familia. I am about to get up out and I gotta go in and chill with the familia, y'all. Last week vacation, I was sick half the week. I'm back to work this week. I'm feeling good though. I am happy and I'm ready to keep rolling ahead with you guys with Gridiron Nation podcast, y'all. So don't forget to catch me next week, y'all. Be on the lookout for all the reels that I'm putting up. Okay, on TikTok and everywhere. I need y'all to share all this stuff, man. Get your people on board with the show because I need to grow and I need each and every one of you to help me do that this year. Thank y'all for joining me once again on another episode of Gridiron Nation Podcast. Next week, we're looking ahead, episode 96. Damn. And I'm going to put out a question on social media for the Off the Grid segment this week, y'all. I want to know what goes on your favorite plate of nachos. What's your favorite plate of nachos look like? How big is it? Whatever. Let me know. We're going to talk about it this week on social media. And I'm going to get to it next week on also a recorded version of Gridiron Nation Podcast. This time, next Tuesday. Yeah, I am out of here, familia. But before I go, you guys already know what it is, man. No matter what life throws at you this week, guys. No matter what it is, physical, mental, emotional, whatever, man. Whatever. You can get through it. You are strong enough. Even if you doubt yourself, I'm telling you right now, you are strong enough. All right? What you got to do is you got to step back and you got to learn. You got to look at what life's doing. Look at the problem. And then you focus on the solution because that is how you adapt. That is how you evolve. And that is how you flow right around it. Because in the words of the great Bruce Lee, all y'all got to do is be water, my friends. Catch you guys next week on the flip side. This is Gridiron Nation Podcast. Thank y'all once again for joining me. I'll see y'all next week, man. And I'll see y'all on social media. Follow your boy. All right, Gridiron Nation Podcast, baby.
I'll be blowing up and booming like the 4th of July. The #1 draft pick. Them has been till they past tense. Everybody wanna feel this glory I bask in. Getting antsy when they see my silhouette in the smog. Then you struggle with your breathing as I creep through the fog. Let's get it on. Gonna meet me up in the end zone. Before they know it, when they looking up and I've been gone. We hype tonight. A show up under the lights. Gonna bring it if you really think you